What is it's nails. It's nails. Good morning, folks, and happy Saturday. Well, we are getting out of the house a heck of a lot later than we should have been. And now, my friends, we are running late. And the only person to blame is I. Because, well, one, we stayed up entirely too late trying to catch dubs last night. But we were having a good old time with the buddies and JP. And it was just a grand old little time. And then this morning my alarm went off, or I woke up before my alarm had went off. I put my eardrops in, right? And then I laid there. And I laid there for 10 minutes past my alarm went off. So I stayed awake. I sat there in bed for 40 minutes after I'd already woken up. So the only person to blame for me being late is me. But we are getting out of the door, and we are going to go earn our Saturday, and we are going to go get better today than we were yesterday, before we have to go keep the bar safer tonight than it was last night, and before we, get to sit down and play some video games. So, a big sip of Joe, and we are on the freaking road. Let's hope this Atlanta traffic is, on our side, I guess you could say it that way. And we can get there in a nice, timely fashion, and we are not too terribly late. Alrighty, folks, we are not too terribly late. About 5 minutes. Not great, but we are not too terribly... Oh, man, I hit that freaking speed bump hard, and I did not mean to park around back. But let's find a parking spot, and let's get in here and get better today than we were yesterday. Luckily, I've probably only missed about 2 or 3 minutes of the warm-up, so let's get in here and finish the warm-up and then, get better today than we were yesterday. Well, good news, we weren't late. Practice hadn't started, the warm-ups hadn't started, so we were able to get the whole entire practice. Oh, I almost busted my ass. That would have been hilarious. But we were able to get the whole entire practice in. Oh, 3.5 hours of work, and let's run next door. Let's get some jits in. Oh, and I got to spar today. Didn't get to clinch, but I was able to keep people away from my ear with jabs and foot jabs, so I didn't have to really worry about anyone hitting my ear. Just spar smart. Don't be reckless, and that's what I did, and it worked. I didn't get hit. I got to spar. Now, let's go get some jits in and clean up and get home so that we can take a nap before having to head back out here to keep the bar safer tonight than it was last night. Well, grappling also went just swell, but I, my friends, am starving. Absolutely freaking starving. And we didn't pack a lunch because I really want to get home and eat those leftovers from last night. Big bowl of pasta, a little bit of cake, some bread. So let's get home as quickly as we can. Let's hope the traffic is our friend. Haha, that rhymed. I wish y'all came up with that the first time. Not stuttered it. But needless to say, let's get home as quickly as we can. Hope traffic is our friend so that we can grub down and get a nap in before we get up and have to go keep the bar safer tonight than it was last night. Because from what I heard, last night was an adventure. So I'm only going to assume tonight might be an adventure too. Maybe, maybe not. Guess time will only tell. And I want to be able to play some games before we have to go to work, so, and get a nap in and eat some lunch. So let's get home as quickly as we can. Folks, that ride today, that was a difficult one. I don't know if it was because I was wanting to crawl my butt back into bed, or if it's because I'm looking forward to this freaking leftovers. I don't know if it's because I'm tired or if I'm hungry, but that ride sucked. My freaking shin kept cramping while I'm driving. You know how terrible it is to drive when your shin is cramping? Needless to say, the ride was not fun. But this pasta's about to be freaking delightful. And the nap, ooh, I've been looking forward to it since I have gotten out of bed. So let's run in here, let's grub down, and let's take a big old fat reset. Well, lunch held up to his expectations, and I guess the nap did too. Because I forgot to set an alarm, and, well, good thing I woke up, because we had about an hour and a half before we gotta be out of here when I had gotten up. We've gotten ready now. We got about an hour before we gotta head on out of here, so we are gonna get a little bit of games in, but I was sleeping hard, folks. Woke up with drool all over my pillow and fighting to get out of bed. But now that we're up, we're good. We're good. We're gonna let the dog finish poo-pooing, and then we're gonna run inside, and we're gonna hop on the game, and we're gonna try to catch a few dubs, and then after we catch a few dubs, we're gonna, well, dip set on out of here to go keep the bar safer tonight than it was last night, folks. Well, folks, time is just not my friend today. After getting everything done that we had to do before we left, after we got done with letting the little pooch go poo-poo, we have like less than 45 minutes to catch some dubs. So, I'm still going to catch the dubs because I want to catch some dubs before I have to go to work. But dang, time is just not being my friend. From not setting an alarm for my nap, to not being able to get going after my nap, to moving around the house like a snail. Today is just not my day for time. So I hope to see y'all there. If not, I understand. We're only going to be on for a short period of time anyways, so hope to see y'all there. Let's get on some games. Let's stop yapping. Let's just get on the games. That close. Yes, I just took the kill of the AFKer. I don't know why y'all keep pulling that out like y'all gonna be able to do something with it. I have a pickaxe. Oh, nice. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Dummy. That was just stupid. Bro should have been more focused on fighting me. Thank you for the flippin' roses. I'll lay them on my nightstand. Ah! Screw it. Yeah. Open the box. That was dumb. 9? Can we bust 10? Let me jump! I'm coming back to F y'all all up. Every one of y'all. Dummy. Don't shoot at me. It was rude. I didn't like it. Should have said sorry. You didn't. It's okay. But now you know. Yeah, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. Bop! Dumb. Dumb fuck. Alright. Where's bro at? Thank you. I'll grab this lawless. I'll grab this. And I'll jump up here. I'll reload this. Hell yeah. If I'm not on, I've had already dip set to go keep the bar safer tonight than it was last night. And those are some freaking dubs. That's a dub. That's a freaking dub. There we go. Check it, folks. For the first time, like ever, we are taking proactive measures so that we are not late and that we don't have to speed. Let's just be real. Speed to get there. So, let's hit the freaking road. Let's go babysit some freaking drunk adults. It is the start of football season. So, you know what that means? That is the start of our busy season. So, this should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Last night, they said that something went down. Shit went down. Shit hit the fan. So, I am excited. There should be some stories for tonight. So let's go keep the bar safer tonight than it was last night, obviously. Well, good news, folks. Our preparation, it worked. We are 1 minute early. 1 minute. I am proud of us. I am proud of us. But the cops are posted up everywhere down through the street. So I'm gonna assume that last night was indeed a busy night, whatever happened, and that tonight may also be a busy night. So let's go in here and let's keep the bar safer tonight than it was last night. Let's have some fun, and let's hope that we get a nice little story out of it. But obviously, everyone stays safe. Damn, Jason, what the hell?
Oh, because he called me the N-word. I mean, I'm with you.
It's nails, it's nails, it's nails. Holy freaking cow, folks. That was one long, boring night. A long, boring night. But the homie ended up telling me what transpired while I was not here. And I'm a little jealous. I wished I could have seen it. But needless to say, there was a guy running around the bar, acting like a fool, and like he was just going up to people. He's like, you're a bit, like, to everyone. So my buddy walked up to him and he was like, hey man, you're gonna have to go. And he was like, no, I'm not leaving. He's like, make me. He's like, no, you're gonna have to go. And he went to go grab his elbow. When he went to go grab his elbow, the guy like slammed an underhook on him. So my buddy, and slammed the underhook and threw him like against the wall, right? Sorry, I don't want to leave out any details because the way he explained it, it was like very visually appealing, you know what I mean? But needless to say, I threw him up against the wall with an underhook. So my partner double unders and throws him down the stairs. And, well, he went down the stairs. As he gets down the stairs, my buddy's walking down the stairs. He's going to help him up. He's going to help him out the door, right? Well, needless to say, the guy like tries to shoot like a double leg on him. So my buddy then pushes him off, and then the guy shoots another double leg, and so my buddy sprawls and circles around to his back. At this point, he goes to, like, the guy like starts spazzing, so my buddy pushes him down and then mounts him. He didn't really get too specific on how he made it to mount, but he pretty much just pushed him down and mounted him, is what he said. But then it gets better. Then the guy starts putting his fingers in my buddy's eyeballs. So my buddy backs up into like knee on belly, and he's like, dude, stop. And he did it again, and he actually got it. That's where the little scrape on his eye came from. He actually got his finger into his eye. So about that time, to protect his eyeballs, my buddy hits him with a cross. And then the guy gets his hand back up there and starts scratching him and like really getting into his eye again. So he drops an elbow and drops an elbow. And then the guy finally gives his back up. So he throws in a rear naked and sits there until the cops get there. Oh my goodness gracious. Why couldn't I have been there? At least to watch it go on, to try to de-escalate a little bit, maybe. But goodness gracious. And not to mention, I forgot to mention, the guy was like 350 pounds. My buddy's not a small guy either, but he was like, this guy was towering over me. Towering. He was so freaking big. And then tonight was, he was like a star of the show, but the bar is so cool. They're like, we bought the fight and we're trying to get it on the TV, but we could not figure out how to get it on the TV. We didn't know how to, like, what the best means of it would be. They're like, but next fight we're gonna have broadcasted on the TV because, well, you're our favorite security, obviously, me and my buddy. It made me feel so good though. I was like, y'all are so awesome. Thank y'all. I love the support. I love it. This is why we do it. It's because of people who support. If we didn't have people who supported us, we would just be like, meh, it's okay. Meh, it's okay. You know what I mean? But yeah, tonight, boring as shit. Last night, supposedly, was pretty fun. So, tonight I probably saw 50 people at most. Very, very, very boring night. Very boring night. So, but everything stayed under control. We did our job, and we get to go home. And it's not a pile of blood. It wasn't my buddy's blood, by the way. The marks on his face and on his neck were scratches from someone scratching him. So he handled it as best he could. He tried to de-escalate, and then the guy went straight to fighting, pushed him up against the wall, and now he has to fight for his life. So the sad thing is the guy who he did this to, his buddy was like, dude, he's having a bad week. I'm so sorry about him. He has lost his kids in a custody battle. Dude, no wonder you lost your kids in a custody battle, but it just goes to show the people who are acting like maniacs, the people who are always in the bars, there's always something going on within them. So always treat people with kindness, because you never know what someone might be going through. But I was starving today. Like, I was about to pass out. They have popcorn that they give my buddy every day, and I didn't even ask him. I just straight up stole his popcorn and started eating. I was about to pass out. After the weight cut, when you don't get sugar in you, dude, you start feeling like you're gonna pass out, because your body's just not used to it, because you have now depleted it, and then you shot it back up with a bunch of carbs, and then you're depleting it again. It makes your body really, really, really wants some sugars, carbs, things like that. So I am starving. Let's get home safely, and I guess probably get into the bed, because I was thinking about playing games again, but we have a pretty busy day tomorrow. We gotta wake up pretty early too. I want to go golfing with a buddy. He's been asking me forever to go golfing with him, and since I'm not in fight camp and I can eat whatever I want, we're gonna go golfing with him. So, yep, tomorrow should be a pretty interesting day. Wake up, cruising Old Blue, go golf, have a lot of fun with a homie or two. So, let's get home safely so that we can call it a freaking night, folks. Because I can't lie, this ghost, I thought it was gonna last me all night. Nope. I need some food ASAP. So let's get home as soon as possible. Safely. No speed limits will be broken. Well, double good news, folks. One, we made it home safely. Two, our ear, I don't know if I told y'all, on the way to work today, our ear popped and we could hear for a little bit. Just for a little bit. On our way home, our ear popped again and we can still hear it. It's like almost perfectly freaking clear. I would say today was a success. From making it to practice on time when we thought we were gonna be late, to freaking being able to spar again. I mean, we may have not been able to clinch, but we were able to spar again. We may have then coming home and having a spectacular leftovers. Being able to take a nap. Granted, we didn't set an alarm for the nap. We woke up a little late, didn't get to play as much as we wanted to. But hey, then we go to the bar, we hear an incredible story from our homie. Wished I could have been there in person, but I got to see the security film. And then finally we did our job, keeping the place nice and safe. We didn't have to do anything. There was no de-escalation. I didn't even have to tell anyone to take their drink off the table. That's how boring of a night it was. It was completely freaking dead. Like, oh, so boring. But needless to say, it was a pretty successful day. Now, just if we can wake up tomorrow in enough time to get some breakfast in us, get some freaking caffeine in us, and get to the freaking course so that we can play some golf. So let's take our butts inside. Let's find a little snack and let's crawl into bed so that we can wake up tomorrow and give our best Happy Gilmore impression. Good night, folks, and BillyGoat freaking loves ya.